Hello guys, I would like us to take our time to watch this video and honestly air your thoughts on the video that will come up after this intro. Thank you.
The dirty and dangerous jobs that keep society running.
Can you give me an example of which jobs you're referring to?
Logging, plumbing, crab fishing, oil rig. When men stop doing the dangerous jobs, when men stop getting married, when men stop having kids, what's your plan?
I'm not worried about that.
Of course you're not.
No. I don't have a plan, Pearl, for a
Feminists
situation in
never
which
do.
men no longer do those jobs.
The very microphone you're using was built by men. The building was built by men. And there's no gratitude or appreciation. You just tell them they're not doing enough. Future is not going to be great for feminists. You guys are going to get the equality that you're asking for. Men are not going to protect women in the streets. Men are going to stop signing up for the infrastructure jobs. The birth rate's going to keep falling, and the future is going to be bleak.
Yeah, my honest reaction to the above video you just watched. It is very, very important that the roles of men in our everyday society is often highlighted and appreciated. Because come to think of it, almost everything you can lay your mind upon on this earth as of today is mostly built by men. Not just that men built these things for their own comfort, no, but they had to also do this for the comfort of the women, most especially. Let's think about the major wars that has been fought in the world. When you go to war, or when there is crisis, it's often acknowledged that when you go to crisis and you see a man on site, it is believed that you have to kill that man. But often, women are being taken as, let's say, spoils of war or slaves to that particular war. But a man is killed on site. Then not just that, everybody that has defended their territory has done that not just because they want to live on their own, but creating a safe space for the women. So think about all the major inventions in the world has been created or invented just for the comfort of the women by the men. It is only now today's world that you ask a lady who is an independent lady so as to say, what do you want to do now that you've gotten this amount of wealth, now that everything that you've dreamt about is in your bosom? And they will tell you, oh, I want to live my life. I want to have as enough fun as I wish I can have. But for the men, which are the opposite, the primary purpose of every man is to have a family, to protect and provide, to make sure that you are giving life and you can nourish and cherish that life. That is the primary purpose of most men. I know there must be a Judas in every circle, but then the reflection or the percentage of men who die for their families are way more higher. It outnumbers the percentage of the men who would not want to even break a sweat for their families. So the primary purpose of a man existing today on the surface of this earth is having a family to call his own, protecting and providing for that family, even at the cost of losing his own life. So why then does our society today nearly, like, we have this habit of gaslighting the purpose or the presence of a man in the society? We pay little to no relevance to a man in our society as of today. It's okay if at some point we can all be accountable and give people their flowers. While we don't gaslight the effort of the women in our everyday lives as men, it is still very, very okay for them to also put out the same relevance to us. Not with every opportunity beat down or gaslight everything or every relevance of the man in our today's society. Respect, they say, is given to whom deserves it. So I think at some point we just have to come to that table of accountancy to be accountable, to give respect to who respect is due. It is not so good that a man would do all these things just for the comfort of the women, and with every little opportunity a woman has to gaslight the effort of a man. Thank you.